Hey folks, what's going on, Danny?
Hey, how's it going?
Got to give you a handshake to start this show. It's great to be back.
Yes.
We had a couple difficulties that caused us to not be here on our normal day, but however, we are back in action. We are here after the end of the last show. I said I don't know if we will ever be asked back after that rant that I went on. And folks, let me tell you, there might be another one coming today. Today.
It was a strong rant.
You're going to learn today.
Yeah.
Folks, I promised, Dan, I don't know if you remember this, you wrote it down. I said I was going to engrave it into this desk that, I'm drawing a blank. Oh, yeah, that's right, because I don't care. The Tigers
Never again.
will never, oh, look,
10-3.
you brought it up. Let's see here. Yep, there you go. You can read that. Yep, there
Right.
it is. What does that say?
Never again. 10-3-2016.
Yeah, we will never talk Tigers again on this show if Brad Ausmus was brought back to manage the Detroit Tigers in 2017. Well, folks, the inevitable has happened. They did indeed. The club had the option. That's right. Your Detroit baseball Tigers had the option to bring back Brad Ausmus or to trim the fat. You know, why not? Well, folks, guess what they did? They brought him back. And now we can never talk Detroit Tigers again.
Now, is this until he's gone, or we just generally, overall?
I mean, I'll probably cave because let's be honest, those months, there is nothing to talk about. But for the foreseeable future,
Okay.
I put these glasses on today so I could foresee, or just see at all. And guess what, folks? I will not speak of them. This will be the last time because I love to hate them. It's so much fun. They just make it too easy.
Yeah.
They are literally going to have the same team coming back next year.
Yep. Just a little older, little shakier. So
I just want to tell you right now, people, I know you're watching. Eleanor, Ethel, Ernest, my boys down at the bingo hall. Man, the people behind the scenes are getting rowdy out here. See, who knew that I could make people laugh?
there
huh?
you go. You know what, though? I will tell you this, though. The moment I heard that he was re-signed, I was like, what's going through Nick's head right now? Who are the poor, unsuspecting victims around Nick after he reads this Bleacher Report, ESPN News update, whatever you were using? I thought you would wonder where this was going.
Let's just say I threw some things near my computer.
You weren't driving, though.
Thank God.
Okay, good.
Because rest in peace, I wouldn't be here right now. Anywho, that's that. Brad Ausmus is back. The Tigers are gone from this show. We will. But when we're talking about some things that you thought of what I would do, it was a late 2 Saturday nights ago. It was before the last show when the Michigan State Spartans traveled to Bloomington to play. That's right, the Indiana Hoosiers, and that's right, lost. I just get a text message from Dan, and it says LMAO. I loved it. The Spartans are a disaster, and that's going to segue us into nope, just kidding. The Lions. We'll get to college football momentarily. However, the Lions get a win, 24-23. They are now 2-3. This is same old Lions. Well, they beat an undefeated team. Yeah, because that's what they do all the time. They will go 0-3, and then just when you're trying to throw the season away, they'll get that token win against a team they have no business beating. And folks, let me tell you, that's exactly what they did. And Darius Slay, who by the numbers had an awful game, but gets a forced fumble at the end and then the interception that sealed the game. Other than that, his game was terrible. He was getting sliced and diced by Nelson Aguilar. But guess what? He gets named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And I don't know about that, folks. Don't get me wrong. Happy they won. I like to see them win. But it's just so easy to not root for this team.
Yeah.
And Theo Riddick, he's been good. Breaking news into the wrap-up set. Justin Forsett was signed by the Lions yesterday. Former Baltimore Ravens and first-round pick, a Pro Bowl running back, is now in the backfield to a depleted backfield in Detroit. So no Amir Abdullah, no Dwayne Washington. So now it's Theo Riddick and Justin Forsett. And his message for his haters out there that said he's washed up and he has nothing left in the tank, he just said, and I quote, "Watch me." I like the attitude. I really like the signing.
Yeah, I like the confidence. But, going back to the Eagles game, They really tried to give it back to the Lions.
Oh, most
though.
certainly.
Whether it's
23-21. I'm like, yep, here we go.
Yeah, they
SOL, baby.
Yeah, I thought that's exactly where it was going. Fortunately enough, there was a couple good interceptions and also the penalties, just the careless penalties that were taken by Philadelphia. But a broken clock's wrong at least twice a day. So at least,
the blind squirrel finds the old apricot or the acorn rather. Yeah. Folks, the acorn at Ford Field happened to be a 24-yard field goal for Matt Prater, and then the interception. Carson Wentz had him on my fantasy team. He got the job done. So I'm okay with it. They lose. He gets me 20 points. And my team catches that dub. Mm-hmm. Wish I could tell you what my team was called. But
FCC regulates.
The FCC regulates me, so I cannot. By the way, this week's hot bingo numbers, B16, C7, and F14. So, Ernest, I know you were asking earlier before the show. Those are the hot bingo numbers. Hope you play tonight and got your lucky Beanie Babies out for that one, your grandkids. Get something nice for Christmas this year. Merry Christmas to all, by the way, and Happy Jewish New Year, Dan.
Yeah.
Ashnakash.
Yeah.
I think that's what they say. Anywho, that's about all I got for NFL. I don't really want to waste my breath at all, unless you have something to add.
No,
it sounded like you did.
The only thing I really want to say is I've not been impressed with the product that the NFL's been put out this year. The most newsworthy thing that we had, aside from Tom Brady coming back last week,
most certainly,
was the fact that Colin Kaepernick will be starting this weekend.
He will.
But
say, can you see?
Yeah.
Not from sitting, you can't see.
Right, exactly. But it really, I haven't been impressed with the product that I've been watching.
The
on
NFL's
Sunday.
a joke.
It's
the no fun league.
Well, that even so, the ratings have gone down tremendously this year.
That's what they said. It's an all-time low.
And
I got your picture. I'm going with you.
Yeah, really, I look forward to Saturdays than I do Sundays as far as football.
College football is unreal, and you know what, Dan? Michigan has been unreal. Although they played Children of the Blind, Rutgers this week, who literally would lose to some high school teams. They were so bad. In their last two games, they were outscored 136-0, and they had to play Ohio State and Michigan. Jim Harbaugh had a chip on his shoulder. The Rutgers coach had bashed him for satellite camps and coming to the state of New Jersey, stealing their players. He told them to allegedly stick it where the sun doesn't necessarily shine its brightest. And he puts a 78-0 beatdown on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, who a team that I don't even think should be in the Big Ten. And here we are. 78-0. And it's not like they ran the score up. They had fifth stringers in there handing the ball up the middle. It's not our fault Rutgers couldn't bring down a fifth string 300-pound running back.
Yeah.
Sorry about it. Cry, everyone. I hope that's what you're doing. You know what? I heard someone call into a local radio station that I cannot say the call letters to at this time. However, they said, Mark D'Antonio has pride. He wouldn't run the score up because he can't even score 14 points, little bro. He can't. Oh, well, we wouldn't be so mean to that bully or that kid. Yeah, we'd be nice and treat him like that. We'd even let him win. Oh, would you let him win? Is that why you're 2-3? Is that why you're 2-3?
Probably why you lost to BYU.
Oh, BYU? Okay, good, at home. Oh, what were they, 2-2? 1-3.
Yeah.
Congrats. You beat Notre Dame. What are they? 1-4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, Dan?
Yeah.
Oh, they fired their offensive coordinator.
That's going to fix things.
Look out. The Irish are winning out. Oh yeah, you beat Furman. Yeah, I got a Furman for you. Anyways, let me tell you something, people. Little brother needs to get a grip. We would never beat a team 78-0. Because you can't. Plain and simple. I'm sorry that Rutgers is literally the scum of the earth. And you know who's making a case to be scum of the earth? Sparty.
Oh.
Michigan's on a bye. They have a homecoming game coming up the 22nd at home against Illinois. That's going to be a tough game. Anyways, let's take us to our picks.
Yeah, no, just touching real quick.
Yeah,
though,
absolutely. My apologies.
This is nice that they are getting a rest for this week. I'm still not impressed. I'm still not convinced with Wilton Speight. But what do you expect from him? What do you expect?
He has made a lot of plays with his feet, and I think his pocket presence is really good. And he doesn't really get credit for that. But I still think he needs to play superior opponents to really shine. I think he will play up to the competition. He didn't necessarily look bad against Wisconsin. Just the whole game was kind of in slow motion. I'm not going to blame him for that. It's good that they got the win when they needed it. Jordan Lewis, obviously, with the great interception. But I'm excited to see how the Big Ten season plays out. They still have to go to Iowa, who, although barely beat Rutgers at home 14-7. So that could be a rout. And then even Michigan State, they're going to play them tough. Battle for the basement bunk beds, you know, who's getting top, who's getting bottom. That's really what it's going to come down to. State's going to play them tough. D'Antonio, still an excellent coach. He's going to have his team ready. By the way, Western Michigan ranked 24th in the AP. First time ranked in school history. PJ Fleck, unbelievable. They have a whole segment on SportsCenter on Wednesday night, so definitely check that out. I watched a preview of that, man. He's a hype man. He's a great coach. I really hope he stays there and keeps this ship, the boat rowing, I guess, in the right direction. Excellent coach, but I think he's going to move on to a big name power conference. Although I hope it's not true.
Yeah.
Let's make our picks,
turn that around. That's fantastic.
So let's get right to it. Last week, Dan, I went 3-2. You went 2-3. Not too bad. One of our games was canceled, the LSU and Florida game due to Hurricane Matty Ice. So overall, you are 14-16. I am 18-7. I'm sorry, 21-9. Who knows? I don't know. Can't even read my own writing. 21-9. The math is there. Here we go. Northwestern travels to Spartan Stadium to take on the Spartans. Spartans favored by 5. Who you got, Danny?
I'm going to go against the grain considering what we have. I'm going to go with Northwestern.
So am I, Dan.
Dang it. I thought I was going to mix that up. Okay.
Come on. You really think I'm taking green? The only thing I go green is on the ecosystem. Because I am eco-friendly, and I'm about making this environment great, and we are going to live off of the land.
You're going to make this environment great again, right?
Yeah.
All right.
M-A-E-A. Wait. No, M-E, whatever. Anywho, North Carolina travels to Miami. Miami favored by 7. And I got them. The Hurricanes are going to roll. Because you know what? One hurricane just rolled through. Now the Miami Hurricanes are saying, you can't come into our turf and try to mess with us.
I think
they're winning.
They're going to roll over Tar Heel country.
Tar Heel got killed at home last week. 34-3 to Vatech. Unreal.
That's
Alabama, number 1 at Tennessee, number 9. Tennessee has played a tough schedule. They just lost a heartbreaker in double overtime to Texas A&M. A great game. The spread is 12. Bama is favored. Therefore, I am taking Tennessee.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to take Alabama. Yeah,
all right, there's our first difference. Ole Miss travels to the Razorbacks of Arkansas. This is a 14-16 matchup in Arkansas. Ole Miss on the road favored 7.5, and I got them winning.
Oh, I'll take Arkansas.
Yeah,
for sure.
You like the Arkansas. Final game, a Big Ten showdown. Number 2 Ohio State travels to Camp Randall. Number 8 Wisconsin. Gonna be great. I think that's College Game Day, and I'm taking the Badgers to take down the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You know what? And I hope you're right. But it'll be great if they do take down the Buckeyes. But if they don't, at least I'll get the points. So I'm going to go with OSU.
There you go. Those are your picks, not ours. Wait,
those are our picks.
Those are our picks, not yours. BRB, LOL. What's up, man?
Oh, I need a haircut.
I just got mine done today.
Where'd you go?
Went to Rocco's. It's Chesterfield, about a mile east of 94 on 23.
Oh, how much do they charge?
It's $12. You can walk right in anytime. They're just closed on Sundays, I think.
Oh, $12? It might be worth the drive up there.
It really is. We'll go next time.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
If ever there's a reason to be swept up in the season of the falling rains, and if the days grew shorter and the darkness drew its order from the autumn gray, I'd rather sit this out and sleep the day away instead. My weary eyes a bit too slow and deep. I'd rather sit this out and sleep the day away instead, to worry about the emptiness that comes.
You want to bring us back? Want to say hello?
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we're good.
That's right, folks. You heard it. That's how we come back from a show. Me and Dan just debate, rock, paper, scissors a little bit. And, well, it looks like Dan won, so I brought you back from break because we're going to talk Red Wings hockey. It's our favorite thing to talk about.
Favorite time of the year.
It's Edna's favorite thing to talk about. She knows. She was hoping Double A would make the team. She's a happy, happy woman. She's got her 72 jersey on, not only for Athanasiu, but for her age. She doesn't look it, folks. She looks 45. So, Edna, happy birthday to you. Moving on.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. So, anywho,
Yeah.
let's talk Red Wings. The roster is pretty much now set with the season here. And any surprises for you, I'm going to come right into it. What do you see?
Yeah, I was sort of upset they got rid of Martin Frick and then also the Timo Pokinen.
The
I
worst.
shouldn't say deal, but what
It
happened.
was a lack thereof.
Yeah, we really could have used him, or at least wager something with him. But unfortunately, those two
You
are
could have
gone.
used a package deal.
Yes.
Martin Frick, last year, had 27 goals in the AHL. Top 5. 22 years old. Wasted a second-round pick on him 2 years ago.
Yeah.
What do you have to show for it? Let's put him on waivers. He's not going to clear. Carolina did the same thing with Andre Nesterstill 2 years ago. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, and Timo Pulkkinen led the AHL in scoring 2 years ago. Right-handed shot. Do I think he's going to pan out in the NHL? No. But he would have been a huge part in a deal for a defenseman. What do? Let him go for free. Kenny Holland, wake up. I'm sorry, but the amount of good deals to bad deals is starting to outweigh itself. And, I mean, this isn't good. I mean, should Red Wings fans be concerned? Because I'm one, and I'm concerned.
Yeah.
What are you? You're just letting the future go down the drain.
Right, and he was already sort of in the red when with some of those deals with the Johan Franzen deal, with some of the other signings. I feel like there was a counterbalance when we did hear the details of the Pavel Datsyuk negotiation, which I thought that really helped out, and I thought that was a really
So we thought.
So we thought, yeah, and I thought that was better for him. But the season hasn't even started, and he's already in hot water. As far as you and I are concerned, yeah, he's in hot water. So
I mean,
I'm not crazy about it.
We thought when Ken Holland traded the Datsyuk dead money to Phoenix, we're like, Ken Holland is back.
Yeah.
Pimping ain't easy. It ain't easy being breezy. Kenny Holland cheesy. Now I'm like, get this guy out of here.
I did
Package
like the
him up
Steve
with
Ott deal,
Osmist,
though.
and
I
I
thought it
love
was
the Steve
smart,
Ott
yeah.
deal, and I really like the Thomas Vanek deal too. Low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
He's going to play on the third line with Darren Helm and Gus Nyquist. All right. Do I think Gus Nyquist belongs on the third line? Absolutely not. Here's the line pairings we got this year. So far,
Okay.
in the skates, the top line is abysmal. When you have Henrik Zetterberg, who's like the Walking Dead, on the top line, with Franz Nielsen, who has looked really good in preseason and in World Cup play. For the money he's getting, he's going to have to be a superstar. Franz Nielsen, you got 51, 40, and 21. Thomas Tatar. That's your line. And by the way, I wrote that without looking, and you can kind of read it.
Yeah, that was really good.
Not sure. That looks like 5150. Somebody called the Popo. Anywho, second line, you have Dylan Larkin centering. I love it. With Justin Abdelkader and Riley Sheahan. I don't know. Give the guy something to work with. You give him 2 Gumps on each side of him. Riley Sheahan is no better than a fourth-line player in this league. Justin Abdelkader is the biggest pile of overrated garbage in the league. Now he's got the A. You want to know what it stands for? I'll let you guess. Anyways, use your imagination, people. Dylan Larkin is between 2 statues.
Yeah.
Give me a break, Blashill. What do you see here? You got to spread the wealth. Put Nyquist up there. Have Nyquist with Larkin. Give Larkin someone who can finish or move the puck. These guys can't move the puck. They're good in situations. Both are net front guys. I don't see Sheahan making plays. I don't see Abdelkader dipsy-doing through guys. Not happening. He's just going to go get his head smashed in, probably in game 1.
Yeah.
Shall we move to the third line?
I do like
No?
the Abdelkader.
Okay.
With Abdelkader on that line, I'm not crazy about. I think you could have somebody else in that right wing
You could
position.
have me and you between Larkin, and we'd give it our all.
Yeah.
Probably be worse than Abdelkader and Sheahan. Just a little bit. A smidge. Like that emoji. Continue.
No, and it's not permanent. We're not going to see anything set in stone.
He said this is 82 games.
But
He called me this morning.
I think we'll see some mix.
He said, bash my lines. I said, already done, Jeffy. Done.
Jeffy.
JB.
Was it the name from The Ringer? So you're comparing him to the.
I mean, we'll see how the season plays out. But right now,
the lines
Kenny
are looking
Holland
good.
just asked where the ice cream was. If anyone's seen the movie, you know where I'm headed.
I'm good.
Continue.
I'm done.
Oh, you're done. Okay, very well. Moving on to the third line. Darren Helm. $3.85 million worth of Darren Helm. Need I say more? For a guy who you give him 100 breakaways, he will score twice. Okay?
Yeah.
That guy, I have an analogy that I heard yesterday from Mike Valeni, but I don't think I can say it. He can get away with it. Me? No. I'd be calling Marvin tomorrow. For those of you unemployed folk, you feel me. So I'm just going to say he couldn't score somewhere.
Yeah.
I can say brothel on TV.
Yeah. That
Okay.
is the.
Couldn't score at a brothel.
Yep.
It's classy. It's, ancient times. Anyways, the guy can't stay healthy either. The wind blows and he cracks a limb.
So he's not
Are
gonna be
his
here for a
ligaments
while, so-
even real?
Yeah, not enough milk.
No. 2%.
Yeah. Needs
Well,
more milk.
0.25%. Anyways, they give him 14 Gus Nyquist. I mean, I guess they see, that's our third line center. We better put someone who can score with him because we all know he can't. And on the other side of him, I'm drawing a blank. Oh,
Who's that?
Tomas Vanek.
Oh, Vanek. Okay.
62.
Yeah, we were just talking.
I like Vanek. There, I'm not going to bash somebody. I really like him. But if he doesn't score in the first week, I'm snapping this pen on live TV and ink's going to pour everywhere.
Preferably, who would you pair Vanek with, though?
I would put Vanek. These were my predictions. I don't have them written down, so I'm going clearly off memory here. But I would have put top line Larkin, centering the top line, with Justin Abdelkader. As much as I'm not a fan, he's a good net front guy, and Gus Nyquist. That would be my top line. You'd have Nyquist, Larkin, Abdelkader. Second line would be Franz Nielsen, Tomas Tatar, and probably Zetterberg. As much as I don't think he should be that high, with those guys, you have to even out your lines. You can't have one line that's just trash. Then I would put Darren Helm, Riley Sheahan, and Thomas Vanek. So Vanek is about where I thought he would be. And then the fourth line, I love this line. I love this line. People hate on Drew Miller. People hate on Steve Ott. I love the Steve Ott signing. And I think Miller's a great penalty killer. But just because he's not flashy, and these veteran guys are getting time over AA. Athanasiou made the team. He's not in the lineup, but he's on the team. Anthony Mantha sent to Grand Rapids. Uproar from fans. Don't get me wrong, I think we need the youth movement, but who are you going to cut from this lineup? A trade had to get done, and it didn't. And Ken Holland failed the fans of Detroit. A deal had to get done when you have so many forwards. And look what happened. You're seeing it. Guys have to clear waivers, and guess what? They don't do it. Timu Pulkkinen to Minnesota. Martin Ferk to Carolina.
Yeah.
Anthony Mantha back to Grand Rapids. Athanasiou holding a clipboard while in a suit up in the press box because he's the extra guy.
Yeah.
Instead, you have rotting players like Henrik Zetterberg. Or you could have traded either Tatar or Nyquist. I'm glad they didn't trade either one. I would have rather seen them trade a younger piece like a Pulkkinen or a Ferk. Maybe package
something
up
for
a
Pulkkinen.
Brendan Smith. Yeah, get a bag of pucks, a peanut vendor. I don't care. They got nothing.
Yeah.
But that fourth line of Glendening, Ott, and Miller I think is going to be a really effective line. Ott will take away Abdelkader's head problems because he would get his head bashed in every game trying to be the enforcer. Eriksson needs to step up. I'm sorry. He's the second highest paid player on this team.
Yeah.
Wake up. Use your size.
Yes.
That's fine if you're not a good defenseman. We all know it. You're not hiding it from anyone. We all see it. Use your body. Smash guys. You got one fight last
Intimidation,
year.
that's what we
one
need.
fight.
Yeah.
And it was against Nathan McKinnon. And he pounded him. It was great.
Yeah.
Do that. Make people fear you. Sure, you might give them the puck in the slot and they score, but at least bash their head in. Do something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pathetic. Our D pairs, our Danny DeKaiser, is paired with Alexei Marchenko. That is the number one D pair. Number two, Brendan Smith happens to be the number two pair with Mike Green. Like the pair. I think Brendan Smith's going to have a good year. Everyone hates on him. You yell at your TV. I yell at my TV as well. But who doesn't? That's hockey. You yell at different players. I'm going to yell at Larkin, I'm sure, because he doesn't get his skate sharp and he falls all over the ice. But he's an effective player. Third pair, love Xavier Ouellet on this team. And you know who I've been rooting for years? Ryan Sproul.
Yes, you have.
He made the team this year.
Very.
Do you think it's only because Cronwall's on IR? I hope not, and I hope he gets a chance to play. Right-handed shot, physical, crushes bodies, and he can play a mean defense. Although he's the extra guy on D right now, Jonathan Erickson is paired with Xavier Ouellette. Sorry, kid. Sorry, X-Man. Your plus-minus is probably going to be terrible this year.
Yeah.
But when Cronwall comes back, you're probably going to see Xavier Ouellette fall out. And they said they're going to carry 8 defensemen this year. That means 1 extra forward. So Edward Pasquale was recalled as a 3rd goaltender yesterday. Riddle me why. Do you have an idea?
I was going to ask you why, too. I wasn't very impressed with
And
the
they had Ben Street on the team instead of Anthony Mantha. They sent Ben Street to Grand Rapids and recalled Edward Pasquale. Do they want him extra reps in practice? Do they want, because let's be honest. Cronwall comes back, you're going to have to send Pasquale down. He's not going to play anyways. You have Mrazek and Jimmy Howard. Both guys are respected around the league, and they're above average goaltenders. Art, say what you will about Howard. They're both above average goaltenders. What I don't understand is why you would call this guy up to rot. But then again, the other guy would at least put a guy in if there's an injury, this guy can play.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know if they're expecting Howard to tweak his limb, something. I don't know. But I was just wondering if you had any idea.
No idea. Something in inner workings where they just want to keep him. I honestly, I don't know. I wasn't impressed with him, seeing him in the preseason. It's not really, I was kind of hoping we could wheel and deal him, but we'll see. He didn't do much for me. But going back to talking about Brendan Smith, you and I were pretty adamant about not liking him early last year. And then we went to a game. Well, you're there all the time. But I went to a game, and why is he on the team? Why? You watch the guy, and I had this epiphany / just observation of watching.
Drugs?
But I was really impressed. He's one of the guys that you're not going to see doing too much in front of the play. It's more behind the scenes, and he made some incredible plays that you don't necessarily see.
He gives the guys massages after the game.
That too, yeah. But I was impressed, and my opinion of him changed. I do like the guy
I root
a lot,
for him.
and I do like that line he is on.
Yeah, I like him with Mike Green. I think Mike Green's going to have a breakout year this year. This guy scored 30 goals from the blue line in Washington not too long ago. So now that he's adjusted to the system, I think Mike Green's going to break out this year. Next week, we will have our complete breakdown, our season preview of the Detroit Red Wings. We will give you our playoff teams. Actually, Dan, next week.
Next week.
I think we're running out of time. So I'm going to give you each conference, the 8 playoff teams, who's on the bubble, preview for the team, how they're going to fare, and the players, the coaches, Kenny Holland, how long he'll keep his job, and much, much more. Tune in, folks. You're not going to want to miss it. Don't forget the hot bingo numbers either. Dan Myers, have anything to say?
Good luck at bingo. We'll see you next week.
Deuce Bigelow, European Gigolo.